Vanessa and Michael. Today, we are gathered to celebrate the love you have discovered in each other and support the commitment you are about to make. Marriage is more than two people standing here and repeating vows. There is an entire lifetime ahead of you, and there are skills to be learned and practiced daily. Part of marriage is finding happiness. Continue to search for the good, the fun, and the beautiful in this life to share with each other. Part of marriage is being flexible. So within your marriage, cultivate flexibility, patience, and understanding, all while maintaining a sense of humor and joy. Part of marriage is companionship. Strive to comfort one another and develop the capacity to forgive and heal your differences day by day.
Remember that your love can always prevail in times of turmoil. It will drive you to not only learn and to grow as individuals, but become stronger partners together. Today, as you join yourselves in marriage, there is a vast and unknown future stretching out before you. Today, you enter as individuals, but you will leave here as husband and wife. Your lives blending together and expanding the ties of your family and friends. You are embarking upon a great adventure through which all of us here know you will prevail. When Michael and Vanessa asked Daniel and I to marry them, I was beyond touched. In fact, when we first heard they were dating, Daniel and I couldn't stop thinking, we did that.
The few times I would catch up with Michael, he would brag about Vanessa and her accomplishments. He seemed so proud of her. The way he supported every idea Vanessa had, or the way they had both agreed to a plan for their future together. I completely understood they were meant to be for each other. I am honored to call them our students and to be here today marrying them. Miss Susan and I are both very proud of you.
Over the years, they brought more and more people together. For example, they would throw a Super Bowl party every year where Michael made us all cry with his hot sauce collection and Vanessa made actually edible food. Many of my fondest memories have been moments like these that would not have happened without them. I'm sure I speak for all the Maryland students here on that one. Even during COVID, Michael helped us bring us all together by setting up a Minecraft server for us to both relive our childhoods and stay connected to one another. Perhaps most significantly, I hope I don't steal Grace's speech by saying this, Grace and Andy, Vanessa's couple of honor, was brought together by her. I think it's only fitting then that they brought all of us here together today for the ultimate celebration of themselves and their love for each other. Even though it hasn't gone exactly as planned, I'm sure I speak for everyone when I say that we knew this was only a matter of time, and we're so glad that we can celebrate you two today.
Good evening. For those who don't know me, my name is Grace Bracken, and I am Vanessa's matron of honor. Vanessa, Michael, and I have been best friends since early high school. Tonight, I would like to tell you all the fairy tale of Michael and Vanessa's love, which started all the way back in middle school. I'd like to set the scene for you. It's the year 2012. The Avengers and the Hunger Games were playing in theaters everywhere. Bruno Mars, Taylor Swift, and Adele are all on everyone's iPod touches, before we were allowed to have phones, of course. We were all halfway through our 8th grade year at Forest Oak, and Michael and Vanessa start dating. At this time, Vanessa's taller than Michael. Michael is stinky and annoying, but wildly talented at whatever instrument he picks up. Why thoughtful, sweet Vanessa liked him had us all scratching our heads. But of course, she saw in his heart what we all came to learn and love. Even though they started dating our 8th grade year, they officially went on their first date on their 1-year anniversary. And it was to Chipotle. Now, this was the phase where Michael was growing in a literal black hole for food, so I'm almost certain he helped her finish her bowl of Chipotle. They continued to date through high school, where we all became such good friends. Michael was no longer stinky and gross, but rather a true gentleman and jokester. Vanessa was still as kind-hearted and compassionate as ever, only shifting her love for boy bands and One Direction to one man, Ed Sheeran. Just kidding, she was totally in love with Michael then. They were inseparable, and their love for each other was so apparent it was blinding. They're that couple that everyone looks at and says, wow, how lucky that they're so in love. It's like 1,000,001 chance, and they got it right on the first try. I remember when we were seniors in high school, all applying to college. Michael was dead set on not going to Maryland. His parents went here, and he wanted nothing to do with it whatsoever. Vanessa, on the other hand, had visited a talk in our auditorium about Maryland and just fell in love with it. I think she helped Michael soften up to the idea of coming here. And I'm thankful she did, because look at where we are now, in the chapel at the University of Maryland on your wedding day. It's crazy to believe. The summer after we graduated high school, Vanessa took a trip with Michael and his family to Malta, which is a small island country just south of Italy. One of the places they visited was a rock formation on the coast called the Azure Window. It was a limestone pillar that came out of the sea and made a little bridge with a nearby cliff. They walked down onto this rock that had the best view of the Azure Window. They were surrounded by the crashing waves, all alone. As they were climbing down, Michael turned to Vanessa and told her to soak it all in. The sun was shining, the sea glistening, and Michael knew that this was the girl he wanted to spend the rest of his life with. It was now or never. As they were looking out, Michael asked Vanessa if she would marry him. Now I know what you're all thinking. Hold the phone. They got engaged here in College Park, at Lake Artemisia, with a beautiful ring Opa gave to Grams. And although that is true, they've been engaged a lot longer, in a beautiful country far, far away. Vanessa is one of those friends who's always on your side. Will drop everything to help you and support you. You are loving, extremely smart, witty, humble, and beautiful. And I'm so thankful you found someone to honor, cherish, and adore you like Michael does. I wish you both eternal growth, happiness, and joyful memories in your journey of love together. I love you both.